Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time to continue a story in Sekien no Inganock. Let's just do that. Let's continue a story and let's not talk because we are in chapter 5. And yeah, I want to see what kind of creature we will meet. Because maybe we'll see one creature per chapter, who knows? Might be. But that's not possible, right? There's like 40 creatures or something, so it would be like 40 chapters. I don't think that's that long. Anyway, let's go. The second lower tier, water supply ward. My heart? Lapped patches of green floating around her. Yeah, her heart leaped at the patches of green floating around her, but that pleasure soon vanished. It wasn't like the upper tier Stargaze Park. It was different. From that greenery in every way. Even the sensation of stepping onto the grass felt different. Harder somehow. None of the softness of luxurious greenery. No enveloping scent of flowering plants. Not even a sign of insects or other living things. That water is probably pure poison. Like, what the hell? This place was different. Soiled, sunken greenery, a lake so muddy no one could hardly see through it, as if someone had maliciously destroyed an upper tier Stargaze Park. That's the lowest tiers, I guess. That's how it looks. And people have to drink this water. Yeah, you do what you do to survive. The odor attacking her nostrils must have been the water. A vast lake stretching as far as the eye could see. The second lower tier water supply ward. A drinking reservoir for the citizens. Kia held back her darkened feelings and forced her expression to stay soft. She smiled at Gi. You don't sound very convenient.
そうだね。ここはね、キア。まだ都市に復活が訪れるよりも以前に巨大湖の麓の漁師たちが移り住んだ地区だ。
Okay.
仮想の人々の生活用貯水池であると同時に漁師町なんだよ。
That sucks. That means like the city basically lost one of places where they get income and food.
今でもね。
Oh, even now, okay. Gi was pointing at fleet of boats. When she squinted her eyes, she could see little boats here and there on the surface of the immense reservoir. Boats were bobbling up and down everywhere, except in the vicinity of the certain building. It looked like a filtration plant.
そう、正解。
Kia's gaze locked onto Gi's face. It had been looking on for a while. She's been looking up on him every chance she got. She just kept peering into Gi's face and the eyes. Before leaving Crowd Street for the monorail station, he left the young girl with Ruaha. Yeah. That happened a few hours ago, before they arrived at the ward. A few hours. She's been doing that the whole time, snaking glances at Gi. Please give us some backstory of Kia, some context. I'm going crazy. I have so many theories about her. Oh my god. I bet she knows him. She knows him, she must know him. And she's just playing dumb.
なんだい？何か気になることがある？
いいえ。置いてきてよかったのかな？
Yeah, they were like with Kuro. I wonder where they left her.
ああ、構わないよ。僕の仕事を終えないことにはね。うせ者探しを双子に頼めるのはその後になるね。
Okay. So they went to the twins, but where did they left Kuro? They went to Stanisław last time, right? So is she with Stanisław then?
そう。
Might be. Again, she gazed at his eyes. If the light in his eyes were like this water,
キア。
いつもの色。あ、なんでもないの。いつものギーのようだから安心しました。
what do you mean?
今朝はすまなかったね。もうしないよ。
はい。
As long as he understood, those few hours were worth it. She whispered, thank goodness. She let go of Geek Cloak and washed her feet on the grass, so she wouldn't trip over. She tired approaching the water. She peeked in.
あまり水辺に顔を寄せてはいけないよ。危ないから。
Oh my god, what's inside this lake? What's inside?
はいギー。もしかして怖いモンスターが？
Yeah, probably.
一般的にね。上層階段公園以外の水辺は水溶が生息することが多いから。
I mean, water sprites are not bad. So far, every single one was like neutral or even friendly.
この地区は確か、いや、ここはそうか、第二水源。
何？
古い伝承があった気がする。きっと10年よりもずっと前のものだ。ボネガット老人なら伝承を覚えているかもしれないな。
Okay. Mr. Vonnegut, a fisherman who had lived in the second water supply world for a long time. Kia had asked Gia about him during the Moonral raid. He was the biological grandfather of the little twins. Oh, okay. And an old man who fished in the reservoir. He was said to be a leading figure in the fisheries supporting the city lower tiers. Biological grandfather of twins. Okay. So I wonder if the mutations are heritage, you know? I wonder if he's also like part. They're like goats or something. No, they're not goats, they're sheep. Yeah. Like a sheep or something. The request that Sainswap said was prepared for him, Guy's work, was healing this old fisherman. Oh. Okay. So they want him to save the grandfather, basically. The twins will be indebted to us, that's true. If I can heal old man Vonnegut, then we'll be able to get some rare information. Ooh, that's for sure. That's what Guy had said. He would quickly handle it in terms of favors and debts. That wasn't Gia nature, but that's of the city itself. Gia didn't seem to like it. Well, you have to do what you have to do.
さあ、行くよ。危ないからこっちへおいで。
はいギー。
There's twins' house. So old man Vonnegut residence must be close. She stopped speaking into the water and held Guy's hand. Today, as always, his hand was cold. While walking, she turned around. She saw the man between the dorsal fins. She saw a man between the dorsal fins of the fish on one of the bobbling fishing boats. Is it the grandfather? Hello, Agnes and Francisca. You are so coordinated even if you are not on job. Wow, so synchronized. Hello, Francisca and Agnes. Wait, which one is... This one is... Wait. They don't wear glasses when they are like in the city. I thought like I can only recognize them by the pendants, because apparently it's not true. So who is it? Is it Francisca? I cannot tell from this. Gorgeous voices met them, but the moment they saw Guy's face, their tones dropped. In her eyes, if her eyes didn't deceive her, the twins was strange expression that moment, complex expressions, as if bothered but relieved. As though it was mysterious. and was late with her greeting.
ごきげんようアグネス。こんにちはフランシスカ。あらあら、これはかわいいかわいいドクターのおちごさん。遠路はるばる偏僻な貯水池まで何のご用？
Well, we had a job to do, and you wanted us to come here, so what the fuck? What do you mean? Also, yeah, I was right. This is Francisca. So Francisca have glasses and Agnes doesn't. Okay, need to remember that. So I will finally recognize them. Well, in the city they won't have glasses probably, again. But I like this design. I don't remember having glasses on her. Maybe I just forgot, but I don't think that was the case.
これはご高名な変人でいらっしゃるドクター。わざわざ私たちの顔を見にここまで？
どうかな。ミスターはご在宅かい？
あら失礼ねドクター議員。残念だけれどおじい様は不在なの。またおいでになってくださるかしら？お茶の一つもお出しせずに失礼遊ばせ。何か変。もっと話しかけてくる二人なのに。
Yeah, that's true. I like a lot, like talkers. It's almost as if they're avoiding something, Kia thought.
アグネス、フランシスカ、お茶の用意を。その二人は私に用があるようだ。
Hello, grandfather. He seems fine. Is he like part of Kappa or something? His hands are kinda big, I don't know. Huh. I wonder why they are so conflicted. Huh.
二人とも
Interesting.
いい子だから。お前たちのしつけはすなわち私の責任だ。
お茶入れてきます。
The old man appeared silently, taking the place of the twins who disappeared inside the door as instructed. They begrudgingly nodded. Vonnegut, an interpoid old man, from far away. He could easily be mistaken for a youngster. His skin was burned slightly black, and his fisherman's body had grown more robust with age.
久しぶりだね、ギー。
お久しぶりです。ご老
So
人。
they know each other.
突然の来訪をお許しいただきたい。
許すかどうかは話次第だと思うがね。そちらのお嬢さんは初めて見る顔だな。
はじめましてミスター。キーヤと言います。ドクターの助手をさせていただいてます。
ほう、助手かね。
見習いですよ。
My apprentice, oh wow, okay. You never told us that she's like your apprentice.
それで要件は？助手まで伴ってジジイの顔でも見に来たかね。それはそれで嬉しいが、そうではあるまい。
Wait, so who gave Guy this job? That's weird.
フランシスカからです。雑踏街のスタニスワフを経由していますが、あなたの治療を依頼されたのです。
Yeah, that's what I said before. Agnes and Francisca wanted him to come. And why? They acted like he's not here anyway? That's weird.
病に伏せっておられるとか。
The old man smiled, but it wasn't a smile of joy. Kia gazed intently at him. Something should have been hidden deep in this old man's eyes, but it was tightly locked away. I can't see what it is. Just like this sky filled with
出
grey.
て行きなさい。ドクター、私に特別な治療は必要ない。弱みを作りたくないものでね。出て行きなさい。あの子らに何も残せない私が誰かにあの子らへの弱みを作れるかね。
Damn.
ご老人、僕は
君を疑うわけではないよ。人を疑うのだ。わかるだろう。私は当然の判断をしている。帰りなさい。
I don't get it. Why?
わかりました。帰りましょう。ですが、せめて診察だけでも。
それなら好きにするといい。すでに私は自分自身の体を知っている。
感謝します。
Okay. Let's see what he's ill for. As he spoke, a panel of light formed over his right eye, the cracking light of Phenom equation. The exam ended in a mere 2 seconds. He accurately recognized the man's physical condition simply by looking at him with that right eye.
なるほど。
どうオギ、すぐに治せるよね。
蒸気病とキラ病を併発している。形質変異が始まっている。
His nature is being to mutate. Wait, what? Like his personality and stuff? That's new. That never happened before.
どちらの病名も私は知っている。
Whose voice is that?
キーが言っていた。本でも目にした。
Oh, that's Kia, right. Also, I don't remember what the steam poisoning is, but taboo infection is probably one of these creature infections, right? That no one can know about. Or they will basically execute you or something. The ones Guy said, I've seen them in books, yep. Steam poisoning, a disease in which engine fumes are continually absorbed, thus damaging the respiratory or organs. A normal disease. So this one can be healed with cracking. The abominable taboo infection, a city disease which mutated the body into fantastic mutant. It twisted genes and changed people's forms. A combination of the two wouldn't change the external appearance at all. Instead, it would create a new, lethal disease, which mutated person's basic nature. This is freaking terrible. So, I would say it's better to get rid of the poisoning and just mutate like everyone else. We don't know what kind of mutation he can go from. What if he just changed into like psychopathic killer and tried to kill Agnes and Francisca? That fell under the city definition of death, a fatal disease that couldn't be combated. Healing it from the outside was hard, even using the Phenom equation.
急性のものですね。手を入れなければおそらくは。
そう。長く持っても数日程度だろう。治せると思うかね。
できないと
言わんのだろうがね。噂は聞いているよ。変わり者のクラッキングドクト。
ミスター、きっとまだ間に合います。だから
残念だがね、可憐なお嬢さん。私が許したのは診察をすることまでだよ。お茶が間に合わずに申し訳なかったね。さあ、出て行きなさい。帰り道は水辺には近寄らずにいたまえよ。
This is weird. Why we have soundtrack of like the creature? Maybe he will like change into creature. No, that would be like normal mutation. That's not changing of nature. What do you want? It was the second time he would be chased out, but the first time the old man had done it. He thought about that, and he looked at unhealthily grass around them. He whispered that how common this sort of thing was, and asked what he would be doing this whole time. When she tried to grab Guy's cold hand, the voice reached her. Wait, it said, the twins' words behind them, a tone of voice they would never heard.
二人とも二人とももう帰るの？おじいちゃんなんて言ってたの？
Well, yeah. Bad news for you.
教えてくれない？病気のこと何か言ってたかしら？ドクターは治しに来て
彼は自分の症状をよく理解している。治療は必要ないそうだ。
Yep.
そうなの。なんで治療断ったのはどうして？
なぜかな。
Kia watched Guy shrug his shoulder. Wouldn't he say it? What old Matt said about the twins? Yeah, it's not his job. They should talk like to each other. He won't say anything. He's just looking quietly at the sunken twins.
あちしたちのせい。あちしたちの仕事のこと、おじいちゃん気にしてたりするの？
Why? Your line of work is gathering information. Ah, so that was it. He understood the twins' words and the meaning behind their complex expressions not too long ago. The old man wouldn't receive healing for their sake, because he was thinking about them. These two living in the city. And the twins know that. They sensed it.
僕と彼との間の話だよ。
ダメダメダメダメダメ、直して。いいドクター、おじいちゃんを直してあげて。何回分でも仮にしてあげるから。
Will he say that he cannot do that? Maybe.
お願いお願い、直してドクター。おじいちゃんを助けてあげて。私たちがプレゼント。
Present. Sekien for gift. Not a gift? From who to whom? Maybe he have birthday like in few days or something.
プレゼントあげる約束したの。おじいちゃんの誕生日に。だからそれまでは絶対に生きてるっておじいちゃん言ったの。なのにね、ダメなの。おじいちゃん昨日、その前の日からおじいちゃんみるみる弱ってたくさん咳して。
Oh,
たくさん血を
that's
吐い
bad.
て。
That's terrible. Kia looked at their eyes. They weren't crying, and yet their trembling voices conveyed it. Save our grandfather. Even though no tears are falling down.
ドクター、ドクター、お願い助けて。お金ならいくらでも出すから。金庫に溜め込んでるの。全部出すから。足りない分は何でもして稼ぐから。やれないことだって何でもするから。ドクター、ドクター、助けて、お願い。
The problem is that he's not allowing us to do that.
お願い。
So it's not like our decision here. Their words overlapped. Their voices were normally bright and clear and full of energy, but now they sank in illusion. Kia looked aside, up at the expression of the cracking dog before her. He was silent. He was searching for words or...
ギー、ドクター。
Aww. She grabbed his sleeve hard. She pulled hard. She didn't want him to live like this. She didn't want him to abandon the man.
違う。誰かを見捨てるギーを見たくない。
いい心がけだが、あまり褒められたことじゃないな。いくらでもなんて言葉は特に。僕でなければ困った事態になるところだ。
Yep. Exactly. And we don't need another Muramasa here. Yeah, the one that you saw probably yesterday. Yeah, this video is probably going to get age restricted.
ギー、思わず笑みが漏れる。やっぱりギーはギーでいてくれる。それじゃあ
どうせ元から違法行為だ。多少は無理強いの治療だってするさ。
Wait, really? Is it just because it's job from Stanisław? He's basically black market?
しかし あれはなかなか頑固だな。ミスター・スミスのように話を聞く土壌があればありがたいのだけど。
Yep. John Smith, the man who gave his Sekien blood. Kia remembered him back then, yes. He found something he could make use of to resolve the situation. The current situation was the opposite of that in many ways. She thought a little. Kia smiled and turned towards Guy.
この前はキーがお話をしたわ。だから今回はキアに任せてください。きっと訳を聞いてみせるから。
Okay. Let's see. A huge lake. The second water supply reservoir filled up to the brim with muddy drops. If this enormous reservoir was made up to the countless teardrops, how many people tears had it taken? The shadow of old man at the water's edge. When she saw him, Kia thought, it looks like as if he's crying. Because she thought that? Because she saw that.
君か、お嬢さん。確か名前はキーヤと言ったかな。まだ帰っていなかったのかね。
はい。あなたとお話がしたくて。
嬉しいことを言ってくれる。一緒にいたか細い医者先生はどうしたね。
ギーは向こう。ここにはいません。どうか気を悪くしないでください。あなたはなんだかお医者様が嫌いみたいだったから。
そうか。
I wonder. Does he know Guy from somehow and from somewhere? He would probably show a cheerful yet forceful smile, but now it felt lonely and weak. The old man's body was healthy and slightly blackened, but even Kia could tell at a glance that some disease, some power was eating away at him.
いや、悪いね。笑うつもりはなかったんだが。
いいえ、お構いなく。悪いだなんて思いません。
随分と仲がいいようだね、君たちは。嫌っているわけではないがね。そのつもりも私にはないよ。直してほしいとは思わない。それだけだ。
Okay, but what's the reason? Like, you don't care about, like, your grandchildren, basically? Like, why? What's why? What's going to happen?
私は死ぬ。余計なものを残したくない。それだけのことだよ。
瞳を見つめる。私はきっと間違えていない。なぜ嘘を言うのですか、ミスター。
嘘？
あなた、きっと嘘をついている。訳を聞かせてくだ。
嘘などついてはいないよ。
嘘。それも嘘です。瞳を見つめる。彼にもギーと同じものがあるから。
Okay.
反応鋭い子だ。ドクター・ギーには不似合いな助手だよ。
The old man sighs, shrugs his shoulders and shakes his head. She found his resigned tone of voice a little unpleasant. The old man turned around. For some reason, the wrinkles on his face stood out. Right when he acknowledged Kia's words, she had a sudden hallucination of the man weakening. The old man returned his gaze once more to the water surface, and said in a low voice, "Please, keep this quiet." Okay, let's hear it.
孫たちには黙ってくれるかい？あまり幻滅させたくはないのでね。わがままだと思うかい？
いいえ、思いません、ミスター。
ありがとう。私にはね、約束があるんだ。
Okay.
約束？
そう。ずっと昔に交わした約束。今は思い出すことさえ難しい。
Let's see.
65年前のことだ。
65 years. Holy shit, that's a long time. And the revival was like 10 years ago or 5, something like that.
まだ
10 years, I think.
ずっと私が幼かった頃、きっと君よりも若く未熟第二貯水池で出会った一人の少女。はい、ひどく簡単な約束だ。
Okay.
いつか私がおじいさんになって今にも死にそうなくらいに弱った時、それでも漁師を続けていたらそっちへ連れて行ってほしいと。
To take her to the other side.
一人では寂しい。あなたといたい。
そうささやいた少女のために私たちは共に生きることはできない。生産力を減らした家の末路は悲惨だ。でもせめて私が私の命をよ、その時だけはこの子に全てをあげようとね。
Okay. So this is about basically love and the promise. But still, you have granddaughters now. Come on. You didn't have that before. You have someone to care about now. Again, like that girl would understand. It's not your time yet. When you can like prevent this.
初恋を思い出して猛録したのだよ。今日死んでも明日に死んでもなぜか思うんだ。このお迎えには逆らうまいと。
I wonder if this is already changed in his nature. I wonder if this is part of the mutation already. Maybe he never met that girl. And stuff. Maybe this is just the illusion he have right now. I feel like if I did that, I might not meet her again. The old man laughed with a dry voice, a horribly lonely, horribly sad laugh. Yeah. Let's just stay with them, like what the fuck? Kia could shake her head, but she couldn't quite pick her words. The old man's feelings might have been noble, but Kia don't know what she should say to him. Was one's first love enough to accept death? What was that girl doing now? Had she died a long time ago? Or was she protecting the promise even now? She was waiting for the old man's death.
わからなかった。だから私は黙ったままで。
Infinitely crowded street, late at night. Crowds filled with noise and ruckus. It was the most colorful time, for a place that knew no night. All of the people going back and forth overflowed with a powerful will. That will allowed them to survive in the horrible city environment. Beautiful and angry voices, laughter and weeping. All of them, they were all things she hadn't felt from the old man. She weird her thoughts about. That was why, when we unexpectedly spoke to her, she hesitated, opening and closing her mouth for no reason.
ずっと考え事をしているね。
わからない。どうしたらいいのかわからないの。約束を守るって。
仕方がないさ。
Yep, probably not. I mean, you can still like budge in and force it on him, but I don't think he would be very happy about that. Guy rubbed Kia's head with the palm of his hand. This was how he behaved towards children. She really wanted him to stop it. But right now, it calmed her down. It lightened her heart. And the incomprehensible things which filled her.
彼は老人で男性だ。以前のドロシーの時とは違って当然だ。
Yep.
キーみたいにできない。
僕も君と同じことはできない。ドロシーに語りかけたのは君だった。
That's true.
キーはこんな時どうするの？
Just walk away, I guess.
さて、どうするかな。本人に自覚があるのが救いだけれど。
意地悪。
She's so sad.
意地悪。
Aww. That was cute, though. When she let out a small grievance, the palm of his hand once again rubbed the top of her head.
時間を置こう。だから余裕はない。明日の夜明けすぐに彼と会いに行く。たかだか数時間後でも何かを吐露した後の時間の揺さぶりだ。いくらかは心理的な効果をもたらすはずさ。
Probably not much. He was just trying to cheer her up? Or did he seriously think that he could persuade the man? Could he persuade that man? When they reached the apartment, the short hand on the watch had already passed 0. Rua and one other came out to greet them. It was already quite late. They'd been thinking about going to bed. The young girl stood next to Rua. She always said welcome home. Oh, okay. So they left Kuro with Rurua at home. Okay. I thought like they went to Stanisław and then instantly go to the twins. Yeah, that's not the case. Okay. Makes sense though. Kia crouched down low, making her eye level match hers. Then the young girl spoke to her. What have you been doing?
第二水源？そう。第二水源地区。ここよりももっと下にあるそう。あなたのことを調べてくれる人がいるの。アグネスとフランシスカ。双子の羊の情報屋さん。
Wait, what if this girl is like not aging like Kia? Just like Kia. And what if this old man made a promise with her? Oh my god, no way. No way that she's searching for him. There's no way.
でもね、
No way, I refuse.
その前に直さないといけない
I don't think that's the case.
ごめんね。もう少しだけ待って。はい。なぜ笑うのだろう。ほっとしたような小さな息をついて。
Or maybe it is.
よかった。
I wonder, this is weird. Ah, the clown is dancing at the edge of my vision. It would vanished, but now it reappeared once again. For some reason, the clown made him recall the past. 10 years had passed. His memories were now tender fragments. Countless memories draped in red and black hues. On that day, that time, I'm sure. Towards someone who's trying to say something. With this hand. There it is. Hello, Mr. Clown. Okay, you was never so communicative before. Huh. He opened his eyes. The inside of his room was still dark. It was night. Chip engine factory made curtains covering the glass window. The other side of it was filled with darkness, and the lack of anything twittering told him that it was still night. The equation lingered in his right eye, so he could see it, faster than he could feel its presence. His right eye recognized the high amount of carbon dioxide in the room. Oh wait, what the fuck? So... is something burning? Ah, he really couldn't beat her at her own job. If that cat seriously snuck in under cover of night, then an amateur like Guy would never sense her. He would learn that very well. Wait, but this is bad, right? Carbon dioxide. That's the CO2, right? So they should like open windows and just go away, like out. Like what the fuck? A form of someone quieting her breath. Guy laid eyes on her. Wait. The form of someone quieting her breath. Guy laid eyes on her a breath later than usual. Oh. So it was like someone's breath. That's why he felt like the oxygenate. Okay. Yeah, that's weird. With eyes now used to the night of darkness, he was finally able to see the body lying beside him.
Ati,
Hello, Ati, once again, you're still lying in the bed with me. You should be my wife, like seriously. They should just get married already. Just live together, goddammit. Ati, you want this, you know, and you're just denying it all the time around. He called out to the shadow. The shadow? That would be gazing at him without sleeping, her eyes flickering slightly. Hi, Ati. How are you?
ごめん、起こした。まだ起きるには早いよね。
偶然嫌な夢を見ただけだよ。本気の君に僕が気づけるわけがない。
Yep.
眠り浅いからすぐ起きるっていつもは言うくせに。
そうかな。
うん、そうだよ。
Ati's beside me. The cat of brilliant and agile chrome steel, securing his sleeping space as always, curling up as always, and yet something felt amiss. Did her voice feel different somehow? Yeah, it's kinda down, like she has something on her mind. Something wasn't the same as usual. Was the shaking in her voice just imagination? No, he was sure of it. Those words had been wavering. Guy right eye brought up potential reasons. The number of wounds on Ati's body had increased again. Ooh. No good.
また怪我をしているね。無茶をするなと何度言わせる。
There were a few more wounds now. He tried to touch her shoulder, but the cat hand stopped him. A large Pukele hand, bigger than any other human. Fingers with the texture of velvet, they twisted around his cold fingers.
邪魔したわけじゃないのさ。ちょっとね、悪い夢を見たのよね。ギー、どんな夢だった？
覚えていない。
そうなの。嘘が上手なドクターギー、すぐわかるんだから。
Okay.
嘘は。
うん、そう、そう。
Okay. Her beautiful golden eye was looking at him. That right eye was rare even among Pukele. Okay. They exchanged gazes amidst the silence. 1 second? 2 seconds? So maybe Pukele don't usually mutate their eyes. So maybe this is like her original eye, probably yes, and this is like her cat eye basically. 3 seconds. Normally this would be impossible. Ati was the one who looked away. The black cat opened her lips and spoke words before the golden eye could psych out his resistance.
どっちでもいいんだ、そんなことは。意地悪してる、私。
Aww. We all know that's not just easy.
キスして、ギー。
Aww. Ati did it. Ati asked him. Finally.
ダメだ。
He softly released her fingers, her twisting fingers, and pulled the palm of his hand on her white cheek hot. Ati's skin had built up enough heat to transfer some warmth to Guy's cold fingertips, A lot of heat. Maybe because of her bees.
ひ
I
ど
don't
く
think
疲れ
so.
ているねアティ眠った方がいい
いつもそういうねギー。疲れてるからいつもダメだって。
今夜は僕じゃない疲れているのは君の方だよ
Oh. Do you I wonder if he's just making an excuse or he's actually meaning that. So maybe he wants to kiss her.
そうかな。そうかもしれないかな。簡単なビズのはずだったのさ。厄介なものはいつだってそう。誰かが言うんだ。ごく簡単なビズだって。いつだってそう。いつだってみんなして騙されて。
Yep, in this type of work, I assume that's the case.
早く君の寝顔を覗きに行けるとか余計なこと考える。
Oh. A portion of her words wavered. Guy pretended not to see her eyes quivering.
仮死んだ。
Oh. Two of her runner comrades had died. Black Cat continued, smiling with a hint of
知っ
self-scorn.
てる？アムネロール新型の。あれで狂った青がを仕留めるときにね、あっという間に2人
Oh.
殺されたんだ。
Yeah, that's the stuff that Stanisław is basically selling around. That sucks. You need to be fast and agile to survive, I guess. One had his skull crushed by steel fangs. One had his heart ripped out by steel limbs. Ooh. The black cat spoke, as if whispering, as if shaking.
車にちゃんと仕留めたけどさ、あっという間だったんだ。あのネギ、仲間が死んでも体は動くんだ。
Well, you're a professional.
ランナーだもの、それがビズ。10年前に得たこの足が奴の牙を避けて、10年前に得たこの目が奴の首を捉えて。
Say it again. 10 years ago. Okay. So around revival. Yeah. So she mutated pretty fast.
いつも通りのことをしたのさ。抑えきれない相手にする。笑っちゃうネギ。未だに私はどこかで意識をするんだ。このクロームで何をするか、何をしてきたか。クロ
Well,
ームで奴の頸動脈を確かに切り裂いた。
that's your job. Basically. You probably did that many times, like you said before.
1年以上一緒に仕事をしてた仲間の死体が足元に転がっていても気にもしなかった。その時は。
Yeah, not then. First you finish, and then you are like crying. Because if you start like bothering yourself during the work, then you would die as well. This is freaking like harsh word here. This kind of work is like freaking insane. So she's basically a extreme version of adventurer in like fantasy world. She have a job and she just have to deal with it that people will die.
少しは思った。これで不利になったな。情の薄い女になるね。どんどん私クロームが多くなってる。
奪還さが起こっているだけだよ人は死になれる
そう。
Yep.
じゃあ殺しにもなれるのかな。何も感じなくなる。
I have a hunch that Guy himself feels this every day. After all the infinite tears, her body has grown used to so many things. Yeah, even to death. He didn't return her words. He couldn't return her words. He just touched her cheek and gazed at golden eye.
すぐ検視が来たんだ。層の掃除屋でも並列葬儀組合でもなくて、 上層の息がかかった白い服のあいつら
Okay.
ハッカーに頼んで調べた仲間が言ってたテストだって
Really? Okay, that's fucked up then.
新型の薬効を試していた節があるってアムネロールがどれだけ効いて
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Now I understand everything. Fuck. So they just died just so some retards can test the drug. What the fuck?
どうやって狂っていくのかとか上層の連中暇上層の貴族様都市の支配者私たちを守ってくれ
That's true. He won't protect you.
こんなの今に始まった話じゃないのに私誰も彼もが死んでいく生き延びていることはきっと偶然そんなの誰に言われな殺してるのが私じゃなければ殺されてるのは私なんだそんなことは分かってるでもさ私たちいつからこんな感じになっちゃったんだっけ
This is sad. You can see tears in her eyes.
もう10年前がどんなだったかなんてこれっぽっち思い出せないね
Oh. I'm sad. Her faintly sparkling golden eye was wavering in the dark. He touched her teardrops with his fingers. Her tears ran down his fingers. They wouldn't flow down her cheek.
優しいネギわかるんだこんなの迷惑だろうって
No, you don't.
君がこうしてくれるときはいつもそう私がダメになりそうなときだけ
お互い様だ
Yeah, both of us. We are both far from the people we once were. He whispered quietly. He would become conscious of the number of lives he encountered, as if comparing the number he saved with the number he let die. And that was why nothing had changed at all between him and Lati. Yeah, both of us. When one of us feels ashamed, the other doesn't.
嘘ではないよ僕も君と大差
そうなら嘘でもいいよね
As the black cat said that, she touched my cheek with her clawed fingers. He felt a soft warmth when he held her. Her body, which should have been strong, put all of its weight onto his arms. When he whispered into her ear, the ears on top of the black cat had flickered. Holding her, because that warmth only exists inside of her. That warmth sucked up by my cold skin. Oh. This is awesome and sad at the same time. Wow. Did I mention that Ati have a great figure? Yeah. Also, we don't have any scars visible here. I think she had scars on her side as well? That's weird. Okay. When he kissed her white neck. I can feel it. Ati's warmth as a living human on my lips. His lips touch her smooth, white skin. Not just once, but over and over. Ati's shoulder shook as they touched her. Her back quivered, and the heat coming from the body increases. She possessed exactly what Guy had lost. Strength of life. Guy felt her warmth was a symbol of that. That's why he touched her so lovingly. Over and over, he repeatedly kissed her white skin. Okay, that's one way to... That's a good way to relieve the stress, I guess, yeah. Also her gloves. I just realized, like, look at that. Holy shit, that's actually, yeah. This is freaking big. They said like they're bigger than normal human hands, but wow.
君の体こんなに冷たいのに唇だけどう熱いのかなこんなにほてって
What? That's your own heat, Guy thought to himself as he kissed her neck. He stuck out his tongue a little and tasted sweat. Atibak was quivering.
舐めるのやめてキー
I wonder if they did that before, or it's actually their first time. I assume that it's not the first time, because how Ati was careless in the first, like, in the second episode, when she basically woke up and she was pretty much showing herself to him, like, naked, basically. So, I assume that's not the first time. But maybe it is. It's hard to tell, to be honest. Because this is a very, like, emotional situation when they just went with the flow, I would say. Trying to comfort each other. Mostly Guy tried to comfort Ati. I don't know. The Pukel hands wrapped around Guy's back tightened. The cat's claws dug in. A little pain. But Guy didn't show any sign of discomfort. The pain those claws brought about was of no concern to him. A black cat with physics and muscles strengthened by crack engines, far stronger than an ordinary Pukel. She could stop an ordinary citizen movement in no time. Even so, she was unconcerned. He could feel a tiny trail of blood flowing down his back. Oh my god, that's going aggressive. His bones wouldn't break. Her retractable artificial claws wouldn't tear Guy apart. 8 years ago, something horrible had happened. But now, she was quite skilled. Ati was unconsciously holding back. Oh. 8 years ago, something horrible. Oh my god, don't tell me that she like tried to hug someone or something and she basically squeezed him to death. Oh, that would feel like freaking terrible. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. In this kind of situation, you need to like unconsciously hold back, or that'd be bad as hell.
嘘やめないでそのままね
Instead of nodding, I ran my fingers down at his back. Her suppleness was converted through his fingers as she shook. As Ati put more strength into her arms, something soft pushed against Guy's chest. Yep, we can see what's that soft thing. Oh, she closed her eyes. Her closed eyes face is really cute, I have to admit.
胸潰れちゃういつもビズの邪魔だけどさこういう時は思うのこのままでよかったキーは好きだものね
What? I like it too, not only Guy. A sensation unchanged since 8 years ago. I feel softness and tension. Wait, so... Oh. So this is actually their first time after like 8 years? Maybe Ati was too scared to do that. Maybe he was crushed. Maybe something freaking horrible happened to him 8 years ago then. Because this tells us that this happened before. But 8 years ago something horrible happened like we had before. The text. So maybe she like cleft open his back or something and he just survived. Because of his cracking, maybe. The golden eye that materialized after the revival had stopped Ati's aging and physical growth. Oh, okay. Nothing about her changed. That's interesting. So, okay, this confirms one thing for me, that not being able to age and grow physically is actually a thing. So I assume that Kia is actually like adult woman who just cannot grow anymore because of a revival 10 years ago, and she just was smile back then, and they knew each other, like Ki and Kia, and she just cannot grow, and she's actually like, I don't know, maybe 20 or something. You remember her tears. You remember the black cat when she screams and wept, saying she became a monster. Oh my god, that sounds terrible. What the fuck happened back then? I can imagine what happened, but what the hell? The large hands tightened around his back, and the ears and tail, which showed emotions, her expression didn't. She was rejected all of them all that day, crying and screaming. Her body wouldn't change. These sensations were the same as back then. However, only her heart got used to it. Instead of answering, he touched his lips to her neck. The golden eye was gazing at him, only inches away.
約束して。嘘でいいから、キー、お願い。先に死なないって。私が死ぬまで消えないで。
No, is this foreshadowing? No, no, don't kill Ati, please.
君が消えるまで私このままでいるからね。
I can say as many lies as you want, however, promises are... yeah. Oh. That's new. I like the CG though. Also her, like... it had like the strips here? I forgot about that, I think. I don't think that looked like this. Huh. Okay, is this backstory like 8 years ago or is it happening now? I assume this is backstory from 8 years ago because we have like Moon in the corner here. And they are in the house now. So this is backstory.
きついね。やっぱり恥ずかしくなって。
I can feel heat overflowing all over her. It's rising, leaping. Where they were erotically connected, they could feel emotions and warmth. The horrendous quality of heat, filling her body from the inside, became beads and sweat on her body skin. It tingled her white and black limbs beautifully. He couldn't feel the weight from her implanted crack engines. Ati thought tight muscles were supporting that. Okay. Ati wanted to be careful of Gi's fragile body, so all of the strength she tried to hold back changed into heat and building up inside her. He knew because of his equation right eye. An object of violent pulsating power at the base of his abdomen was inside her, trapped between self-control and sexual sensation. Must be pretty hard for her. Well, she would like kill him in one, like, push, I guess. If she wouldn't hold back. The antibody twists from urges. As the result, The heat radiating out of her rose even higher. Her unconscious muscle control was placing a burden on many of Ati's nerves. Her rough breathing was surely more than pleasure. She was literally buckling. That was why Guy didn't ask. He only answered. Guy's cranial organs screamed. He was keeping them active to restore nerves with the Phenom equation. Such a long activation was extremely dangerous. This is whole another level of the sex scene. Like, wow, this is like, what? They trying to not kill each other. I mean, Ati's trying to not kill him, and she's basically... they feeling like a pleasure, but also like discomfort at the same time. She's basically killing herself, and Guy is like healing her. I mean, not necessarily killing herself, but making a lot of burden on her body. What the hell? What the hell? Why? Yeah. I wonder, I don't know if the voices are safe to leave. Maybe? Probably? That should be fine. YouTube, I'm just reading book, okay? Her whole body shook. Ati threw her back, her head backwards as she reached her limit. Ati's lower abdomen moved violently, continuing to receive sensations from Guy, breathing and faint screaming. Her body bent like a drawn compound bow. Strong power and heat came into the enduring back and hips. Well, in an instant, the heat soared up inside of her, flowed out to every corner of her body, down to the tips of her fingers and toes. Ati's breathing stopped, a sensation resembling numbness assaulted her body. That, along with heat, beat against all of her body nerves. Guy touched her convulsing abdomen. Under her skin, he was pulsating and contracting repeatedly, sending it into her heightened heat. My heat is mixing with Guy's semen now. So is it now, actually? So it's now. So this is not backstory. So why there's like a moon then? I'm confused. As my activated equation restores my nerves, her golden eye wavers. Gently, they both took their time. Ati whispered as the heat faded. It almost sounded like she was mumbling to herself, but her voice and rough breathing definitely reached Guy's ears. This is now, okay. This is current situation. Why? Why are you so afraid? Don't go to the second water supply ward? Oh! Yeah, they're going to do culling. I just remember that. An enforcer of city law. That's what she was talking about. Okay, then we have to take the siblings. Must save them. There we have clock again. Okay, I'm not going to read that because this is the same all the time. Yes, yes, Golden Tower, Spiral Staircase.
我が主
Yes.
私の完全起動に成功楽しい楽しい間引きの始まり
Choice calling. Okay.
喝采せよ
Yeah, he climbs, we know that. Scholar who divorced the fundamental equation, yep, we know that. One step at a time.
おお素晴らしきかな盲目の生贄はせず未だ都市にある
He's talking about Gi,
現在
probably.
時刻を記録せよクロッククラッククローム貴様の望んだその時だレムルレムルよ震えるがよい
御意
Okay. That's weird laugh.
これこそ我が愛の終焉である黄金螺旋階段の果てに我が夢
愚かなものだよ大公爵あなたはまだそこを踏みしめてあなたはもうダメなの
黙れ黙れ黙れ
Okay. I still don't get these like flashbacks or things or what's happening there. Okay. I guess we'll end the episode here. We have a lot of characters to talk about here. And we'll do this in the next episode because I will check how to do this like last time. Because as we learned, we need to do this perfectly. And if you try to do this like yourself, you will spend like a lot of time on this. So yeah, let's just see like what is this, like one promise. Yeah, I think that's the case. That's why they foreshadow that with Ati, telling us that they cannot age or something. I think the old man made a promise to her. One promise, that child calling out to me, so maybe Kia will have some relationship with her. Something Oji-san told us long time ago. Okay, some backstory. About creatures, usual. Gi, about you and the resolve of Gi, okay. And we have no mask this time. That's interesting. Let's save. And yeah, that was a very good episode. I like it. I like this episode a lot. We got new arc basically. Something new is going to happen. And yeah, we had also emotional scene with Ati talking about how she's getting more and more just cold, more like machine. And Gi actually confirmed that he's actually the same. They're both getting used to death. And yeah, that was pretty good like character development. So yeah, overall I really liked the episode. So that will be it. Thank you for today. Thank you for watching the episode. And I will see you in the next one. So for now, Pocket Watch is going out.